Some other stuff we're working on. An old Fair Play school building is stuck in limbo. It's dilapidated and filled with asbestos. You reached out asking why it hasn't been torn down, and Fox Carolina's Grace Runkel got the answer, and also why there's renewed hope.
It's almost too scary to even walk through them buildings. You'll step on needles, you'll step on drug paraphernalia. It's a kind of a magnet just of bad stuff that can happen to Fair Play.
It's been a long time since the old Fair Play school has actually been a school.
It's one of the worst eyesores that is in Oconee County.
It's owned by the Fair Oaks Youth Center. They've restored the baseball fields across the street.
Well, as a volunteer that spends a lot of hours down here, it's heartbreaking.
President Chad Overholt says they had plans for this property too, but found out demolition was going to be too expensive. The property is filled with asbestos, and there are still tanks in the ground with fuel in them, bringing the cost to about $500,000 to tear down.
Like a lot of things, money is definitely one of the issues.
Back in 2019, plans were in the works to have the fire department take over the spot and build a new station there. But then the baseball program really took off. This space now needed for parking.
And we really have nowhere to go except if we would expand on this property right here that the school sits on.
While the youth center works out how much of the land they need, the deal with the fire department is off the table.
There appears to be no end in sight, so we feel like we need a very clear plan as to how to move forward, because we expect nothing but growth in these programs.
But in the meantime, Overholt says they're working on finally bringing the building down. This month, they're starting the process of looking for grant funding to do it.
We are working really hard to try to cover all the angles we can to try to find a way to get these buildings down.
Reporting in Fair Play, Grace Runkel, Fox Carolina News.
Now, we spoke with the Fair Play Fire Chief, too. He says he's hopeful the two groups will be able to work out a plan for the property together. And if you have a news tip or something you would like us to look into, just go to foxcarolina.com. It'll look like this on your screen, and on the left message bar, click on Contact Us and fill out the form.